throughout our Saturday. By 5 p.m., still a mix of sun and clouds. Tomorrow night, though, a weak disturbance begins to move close to our area from the northwest. With that, the chance of a few flurries or a few light snow showers, particularly south of Syracuse, Tully, Cortland. You stand to see a better chance of a snow shower or flurry tomorrow night as that wave pushes across Pennsylvania. At any rate, wherever it snows tomorrow night, it won't be much, maybe a dusting or a coating, and it's out of here by daybreak on Sunday. Mixes of sun and clouds during the day Sunday. By 5 p.m., bright and sunny. Temperatures a little milder Sunday than what we see for tomorrow, but still generally on the cool side. Again, Monday's the day where all that changes. So again, with snowfall amounts, this is tomorrow night through early Sunday. The light blue indicating a dusting, a coating in a couple of spots, most likely south of Syracuse. So our forecast, we've got partly cloudy weather tonight, cold temperatures, a low of 13 in town. Clouds and sunshine tomorrow, some flurries late, possible to the south. Better chance of that tomorrow night. Tomorrow's high, 34. Your 7-day forecast on Sunday, clouds and some sunshine after a stray, very early flurry. Monday, though, mild, 50 degrees, a brief shower. We're 60 on Tuesday with sun and clouds. Just a great-looking stretch of weather for a couple days. Showers later Wednesday and Thursday, and then we cool off once again. Back inside.
Happening right now.
Looking at it in an economic sense, there is no logic when our inflation rate is probably the lowest in my history in the state legislature.
State Senator DeFrancisco is the latest politician to speak out against the governor's fight for a $15 minimum wage. Straight ahead, we'll reveal what businesses in the area feel about a statewide wage bump.
Tonight, we look at the fallout from last night's GOP presidential debate as the candidates gear up for yet another round of voting tomorrow. Plus, we'll look at how Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton is hoping to expand her lead over Bernie Sanders.
And tonight we'll take you inside the Oculus for one of the first looks at the brand new transit hub at the World Trade Center. But first, new at 5:30, the heated debate over the proposed minimum wage hike continues.
Today, State Senator John DeFrancisco spoke out against the proposed wage hike, saying it could crush businesses by forcing them to lay off workers or even raise their prices.
It comes after Governor Cuomo paid a visit to Central New York earlier this week, trying to rally support for his proposal to raise the wage for all workers from $9 an hour to $15 an hour over the next several years.
Looking at it in an economic sense, there is no logic when our inflation rate is probably the lowest in my history in the state legislature to approve a 67% increase in the minimum wage. So to me, that is not the way you do things.
Tonight, we wanted to find out how some local businesses feel about the proposed wage hike.
Happening right now, our Samantha German is live from the Gem Diner in Syracuse, where they say a wage hike would do more harm than good. Sam.
Matt and Megan, private owners and family businesses like the one right here at the gym say raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour could really hurt them in the long run. The general manager that I spoke with earlier today says it could even mean layoffs.
It's a typical busy Friday here at the gym, and they have a full staff to make sure their customers are always happy. But if a proposed minimum wage hike to $15 an hour goes through, it may result in staff cuts.
Now, I'm for people making more money, bettering themselves. We're all about that here. We treat our employees very fair, but it's going to be a difficult task.
Not only will it be difficult, it could put their restaurant in a tough spot with their 41 employees.
Well, that's an increase in everywhere. It's not just per employee, but, prices have to go up. And in order for us to keep our prices fair, there's a chance of layoffs, there's a chance of food cost increases.
Bright Stars Daycare in Cicero says parents who have 2 children already pay $15,000 to $20,000 a year for daycare. With this proposal, families with children of 2 would then have to pay an additional $6,000 or more.
Parents are going to either have to choose not to work, we're going to have to choose whether or not to keep our doors open, we're going to have layoffs, it's just not going to be good at all.
So what does it all mean for the children? Pierce says this could force parents to send their kids to unlicensed daycares, where she says the amount of kids and the learning atmosphere are unpredictable.
Could have anywhere from 2 to who knows how many. They're not regulated, so who knows what kind of program environment they would be in.
Now, Now, the general manager here at the gym says they're already strained because just 3 months ago, the minimum wage was raised to $9. And he says if it rises again, it could really have a huge impact here. For now, reporting live inside the gym in Syracuse, I'm Samantha German.
Certainly could affect businesses.
A lot of concerns for small business. Thank you, Sam.
All right, here's what's happening across New York tonight. New Yorkers are getting their first look at the new transportation hub at the new World Trade Center. The public got to see inside the building known as Oculus, the center of the transit facility. The Oculus will not be fully operational until sometime in the spring. It will provide access to trains from New Jersey and several subway lines. The project costs more than $3 billion. Two young girls wearing Muslim headscarves say they were egged earlier this week as they were walking near a school in Buffalo. Someone who claims to have seen it all says she saw 3 men get out of a white SUV and throw eggs at the 2 teenage girls and then take off. She says the girls were wearing hijabs and believes they were targeted because of what they looked like. So far, no charges have been filed.
It's going to be a busy weekend for the presidential candidates of both parties. 6 states and Puerto Rico choose Saturday and Sunday, followed by another 4 on Tuesday. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are hoping to expand on their commanding lead in the delegates. Brian Moore has the story from Washington.
Breathe,
Lion
breathe,
Ted.
breathe. You can do it. You can breathe.
Picking up where he left off on the debate stage,
Whether it's Little Marco or Lion Ted,
Donald Trump assaulted and insulted his Republican rivals in Michigan, one of 9 states on the line between now and Tuesday.
if you get laid off on Tuesday, I still want you voting. I'll get you a new job. Don't worry about it.
While former nominee Mitt Romney is giving voice to the establishment movement to dump Trump at any cost, Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz pledged during the debate they'd support the billionaire if he's nominated.
I'll support the Republican nominee.
Yes, because I gave my word that I would.
They took another step back today, saying they're not angling for a convention floor fight.
No, look, my strategy is vote for me in Florida, but vote for me everywhere else, too.
And if the Washington deal makers tried to steal the nomination from the people, I think it would be a disaster.
John Kasich says he'll support Trump, too, but a brokered convention may be his last best hope. On the Democratic side, Hillary Clinton turned her attention to Michigan and its 147 delegates. Bernie Sanders took aim at an even bigger prize, Illinois, which votes March 15th.
Democracy is not about billionaires buying elections.
2 races still up for grabs, but that could all change in the next 2 weeks. Brian Moore, NBC News, Washington.
Well, Clinton and Sanders face off in their next debate Sunday in Flint, Michigan.
We'll see how it goes. It is exciting and unique this year. Coming up on NBC-3 News at 5:30. NASA astronaut Scott Kelly returned from nearly a year in space. Find out what surprised him the most from his 4th and longest trip away from Earth.
A shoplifter blindsided fleeing a Walmart. Wait until you see what happens next. You're watching NBC-3 News at 5:30.
Oh.
Then new at 6 tonight.
Tune in for that.
For the first time, we are hearing from the sister of Heidi Allen since a judge ruled Gary Thibodeau would not get a new trial. Tonight, what she thinks about the judge's decision and why she says the focus needs to shift back to her sister. That's ahead at 6.
On the next Access Hollywood.
We're with all the judges of America's Got Talent, and we have the first interview with their superstar edition, Simon Cowell.
Then Britney Spears, sexier than ever. Next Access Hollywood.
Tonight at 7 on NBC-3.
Extra, extra.
The jabs, explosive. The attacks, relentless. Extras breaking down the GOP debate.
We're with Trump minutes after the showdown.
Next Extra.
Extra tonight at 7:30 on NBC-3.
If the bank says no, there's a place to go. Hi, folks. Tom Park at Fusilo Hyundai. Log on to BillyCredit.com. It's the fastest, easiest, hassle-free way to establish or reestablish your credit. We have helped thousands. Billy has 30 different lenders. We don't judge your past. We credit your future. Bankruptcy, foreclosure, repossession, divorce. Just log on to BillyCredit.com. Fill out a couple of lines. Takes a few minutes. Chances are great we'll find the terms for you. Log on now and be huge.
Looking for a big deal on furniture and mattresses? Everything's on sale.
You're gonna save big.
At Raymore and Flanagan.
You're gonna save so big.
Save up to 30% on dining rooms and bedrooms, up to 34% on living rooms, 25% off all accessories.
You're gonna save big.
Plus, no interest for 60 months. Yes, it's a big deal. And it's only at Raymore and Flanagan.
Two names say it all.
Okay, careful. Oh.
All this stuff.
Such a waste. Gorilla Glue.
Of course.
Gorilla Glue bonds wood, stone, metal, ceramic, and more. Gorilla Glue for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
If my hands are dried and cracked, I can't do my job efficiently.
My hands are dry from washing my hands lots of times a day.
O'Keefe's Working Hands. Guaranteed relief for dry, cracked hands.
O'Keefe's works.
I saw it working for my husband, and I knew I had to try it.
Learn more at o'keefescompany.com.
Come shop The Outlet inside the used car and truck warehouse at Drivers Village. You'll find outlet cars dependable, safe, and fully inspected, but they may have minor imperfections. That's why they're corner lot price for less than our finest pre-owned vehicles. The Outlet offers special credit need financing for every vehicle. You could drive one home today. Shop The Outlet inside the used car and truck warehouse at Drivers Village. See them all at dvus.com.
Welcome back to NBC-3 News at 5:30. After a record-setting stay on board the International Space Station, NASA astronaut Scott Kelly talked with reporters today for the first time since coming back to Earth earlier this week. Mark Barger reports.
After 3 shorter trips into space, astronaut Scott Kelly says only one thing caught him off guard about his longest one.
The only big surprise was how long a year is. It seemed like I'd lived there forever.
Kelly came back to Earth this week temporarily, an inch and a half taller because of his 340 days in weightlessness.
But gravity pushes you back down to size.
Gravity's also doing a number on his body otherwise.
My level of muscle soreness and fatigue is a lot higher than it was last time.
Kelly underwent extensive testing during his mission, as did his Earthbound twin brother Mark, to study the impact of long-term spaceflight.
We've got lots of other investigations, lots of other little surprises to spring on Scott and Mark as we continue on in this process of collecting the data on them.
It could be a year before results of the testing's known, but the information gained may help pave the way for an eventual manned mission to Mars.
I think we know enough, and I think we're close enough that if we made the choice, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to set a goal, we're going to set a time, yeah, I think we can do it.
But Kelly says his view above this planet made him even more conscious of the need to take care of it.
Planet will be just fine. It's us that's going to have a problem.
Mark Barger, NBC News.
What an incredible experience.
And we could just ask Matt Damon, how Mars is, right?
Yes, even though he didn't win the Oscar, you're right. Here are the stories making headlines across America tonight. Take a look at this fight caught on camera in Fontana, California. 2 drivers go toe-to-toe at an intersection. Driver got out of the SUV, began fighting with a passenger from the truck in front of him. Female driver then joins in. It's not clear what started the fight. 2 men intervened, eventually broke it up. 2 drivers then jumped back in their cars. They left. No one was seriously hurt. New kind of road rage. Police in South Carolina are searching for a shoplifter who's caught on surveillance video. Watch what happens here. He runs right through the door. First of all, he's trying to get away, shoplifter. As he gets outside the Walmart, guess what happens?
Oh,
ouch.
Oops.
He looks back to see he's not being caught just at the wrong time. He gets hit by the SUV. The Richland County Sheriff's Office says the suspect was carrying $40 worth of meat while fleeing the Walmart.
Oh, goodness. Ay, ay, ay. Well, a litter of puppies is safe and sound tonight thanks to the work of the Fresno Fire Department. Firefighters rescued 3 puppies, their mother, and another young dog. Look at this. It was all caught on camera. There they go. They're lifting him to safety. It is unclear how the dogs ended up underneath this building or for how long they were there. When the crews got there, they made quick work getting the dogs out. One firefighter, though, had to crawl about 70 feet through a concrete tunnel to get one of the dogs. Somebody who lives nearby is now fostering the dogs until they're healthy enough for adoption, but they're doing okay.
That is good news. A great effort by the fire department there. The dogs are kind of wondering what is going on. They're probably used to life in the dark more than in the daylight.
Yeah, nice to see a good dog rescue. Yeah. Happy ending. Still ahead on NBC-3 News at 5:30. Raising a family can be a challenge, but tonight, why experts say we should look towards animals for a bit of advice.
And a look at live triple Doppler radar as we begin the weekend. Colder temperatures settling in, but when will we start to see temperatures at, say, 50, maybe even 60? Meteorologist Adam Mussett joins us in a moment.
Imagine the indescribable joy of winning $7,000 a week for life. That's right. Now you can win $7,000 every week for the rest of your life. With the new Set for Life prize from Publishers Clearinghouse. $7,000 a week after week for life. Watch your mail or go to pch.com and enter. April 29th, you could win $7,000 a week for life.
Unclaimed freight notice this weekend at American Freight. Over 1,000 truckloads of living room furniture. 7-piece living room groups that include a sofa, love seat, coffee table, 2 end tables, and 2 designer lamps. You get all 7 pieces from only $398 complete. Free layaway till tax refund. Same-day delivery. Come to the loading docks this weekend only at American Freight in Syracuse at 2410 Erie Boulevard East. Phone 445-0700, 445-0700.
Don't miss a tournament of savings at Sun.
The madness has begun. Score incredible values all March long on over 1,000 vehicles.
Save a special low-rate financing or qualified buyers choose no payments till June.
Just $12,990 or $195 per month with 0 down gives you plenty to choose from, including 2012 Honda Civics, 2014 Hyundai Elantras, and 2015 Chevy Sonics. Your choice, just $195 per month with no money down.
Don't miss a tournament of savings at Sun.
See all our specials online now at usedcarking.com.
Some skills take years to master, unless you're born with them.
How long have you been playing?
3 months.
I went to college for 3 years and flunked out.
Executive producers Ellen DeGeneres and Steve Harvey present
This is You need your own show.
Little Big Shots premieres.
New York is always on, online, and on the move. To keep up, you need the latest info at your fingertips so you can plan on fewer surprises. CNYCentral.com is always on alert and on the scene. With trusted stories and weather on demand. See the new look and fast mobile response. The new CNYCentral.com. Always on for you.
Triple Doppler Radar is brought to you by Cayuga Community College. Small classes, great professors.
Welcome back to NBC-3 News at 5:30. Surrogate moms, protective dads, family fights. Sounds like a new reality TV show, but looking at the way animals live can give us insight into our own families. Sheila Gray has that story.
They are a window to ourselves.
Watching this little one play on his version of a swing, you can't help but think of your own child playing in the backyard.
And they like to go visit friends, and they like to go have fun someplace else.
Bonobos share 98% of our more than 30 years working with these animals.
They really do care for their offspring. They live in tight-knit family groups. It's really the primary way they have to be successful.
Just like us, new moms get special treatment.
When they have a baby, their status in the group instantly goes up. Everybody's very respectful of a new mom.
Dads are tough, but popular with their kids.
As soon as they can get off mom, they'll start following next to dad.
Completely helpless babies grow up learning the language and rules to get along. And just like human babies, bonobo babies might take a little bit of time to warm up. It took about an hour before little Bo was used to having me here next to him. Ron says all of the things that build success in children can make for successful apes. But sometimes, just like in human society, things go wrong.
Sometimes moms just don't get it, and they don't take care of their babies.
And that's when surrogates and adoptive parents are invaluable.
You could tell how that might be soothing.
Learning ape vocalization and behavior help Ron and his coworkers serve as surrogates until babies are ready to be adopted into the group.
Because you want them to be happy, you want to make sure you're providing everything for them.
Because just like us, instability for kids can lead to hard times later in life. Ron says analyzing these animals has made him a better dad.
And trying to put yourself in their position so you can, once again, proactively address any issues before they become issues.
Like us, apes fight too. Chimps even wage wars. But bonobos have better ways of keeping the peace.
a lot of close embracing. They hug a lot more.
But if there's one big lesson parents can learn from animal moms and dads, it might be this one.
We like to take shortcuts and just tell our kids what to do, or tell them as opposed to modeling the behavior like the apes do.
If we model the behavior we want to see, we might be lucky enough to have our little monkeys do as we do.
Yeah, that's great.
Is that cute or what?
Fun thing is, our kids do model us, even though our behavior may not be considered, something that should be modeled in some cases. So that's where the apes got us there.
So eat the salad tonight, and then maybe your kids will too, huh?
Yeah, otherwise they'll go for the bag of chips. Hey, outside in the weather this weekend, we're expecting, Adam's telling us some cold weather. That's okay, especially when we know that some mild weather is just around the corner, Adam.
That's just it, Matt. As I mentioned yesterday, light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, it's going to be rather chilly this weekend, but once you see that 7-day, you're going to be in a good frame of mind because we're talking a major warm-up. Temperatures likely reaching 60 for a portion of next week, so definitely good news on the way. For now, as we take a live view outdoors from the Stanley Law Skywatch, that's actually kind of a pretty scene. You can see a little bit of a sunlight reflecting off the buildings there. Sunshine has broken through the cloud cover. Clouds were thick this morning, but now the few clouds that remain aren't really producing much precipitation locally. Only some isolated flurries, and most of that activity well back to the west over western New York. So live triple Doppler showing the flurries, the snow showers over western New York, around Buffalo, southwest of Rochester. Even these flurries are really not amounting to much. And locally, nothing more than an isolated flurry tonight. The vast majority of the area will be precipitation free right on through the night and into early tomorrow morning. Our temperatures, they're a little cooler than average. 30 degrees now in Syracuse, 31 for Rome, 27 to the south in Ithaca as well as in Binghamton. There's that storm system that missed our area yesterday. We were grazed by just some flurries, some snow showers, but some steadier snow over the mid-Atlantic states. That system now pushing out to sea. The next weak storm system will dive in from the northwest and cross Pennsylvania tomorrow night with more steady snow out that way. Once again, here in central New York, we'll be on the northern fringes of the effects of that weather maker, and with it, just some flurries, some snow showers. Once again, a light accumulation of dusting in spots. So we'll time it out now with the futurecast tonight at midnight. Mostly clear to partly cloudy. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., a mix of sun and clouds. By later in the afternoon at 5 p.m., still partial sunshine. Now, during the evening tomorrow, we run the risk of a flurry or two. Better chance of light snow showers and flurries, especially to the south, later tomorrow night as that weather wave crosses Pennsylvania. 2 a.m. tomorrow night, Cortland, Tully, flurries, snow showers. But even here, that precipitation winds down by Sunday at 7 a.m. The flakes fly away to the east, and we're left with a mix of sun and clouds during the day on Sunday, right on through our Sunday afternoon. Snowfall amounts, this is again not tonight, but tomorrow night through Sunday morning, 8 a.m. The light blue indicating the chance of a dusting or a coating of accumulation. Pretty much if you saw a dusting or a coating of snow last night, you run the risk of doing the same tomorrow night and into early Sunday with that wave pushing by to the south. Partly cloudy, cold tonight. Temperatures fall back to right around 13 in the city of Syracuse. Just a light wind, variable less than 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, we've got clouds and sunshine, a little bit more in the way of sunshine tomorrow. Flurries late to the south, more like tomorrow night. Tomorrow's high, 34 degrees. Your 7-day forecast shapes up thusly. We'll move ahead now into the weekend. And for our Sunday, sunshine, highs right around 38 degrees. Monday, mild temperatures, 50. The chance of a shower as a weak warm front lifts north of the local area. But there it is, Tuesday, sunshine, 60 degrees, still mild on Wednesday, upper 50s, and then the front goes through and we're cooling off a bit, some rain showers Thursday and Friday. And the Weather Authority app, we invite you to download it for free from any smartphone. You can get a 10-day forecast and look at the radar, all kinds of good stuff there, brought to you by CNYRealtor.com.
Thank you, Adam. Time now for Matt's Memo, my daily blog about news, events, and life. The top memo tonight is about the judge's decision to keep Gary Thibodeau in prison without the promise of a new trial. In the blog I wrote, interestingly, the new evidence and theories presented at the hearing in Oswego County Court last year just might have been enough to put doubt in the minds of the original jury that convicted Thibodeau in 1995. Remember, Gary's brother Richard was acquitted, and he was the one who could be directly placed at the convenience store that morning buying a pack of cigarettes. This case was not open and shut. The judge does not explicitly defend the conviction of Gary Thibodeau in his decision. He goes point by point through the claims of the defense, acknowledging the stories and the theories. His ruling comes from what he views as a lack of evidence and corroboration of those theories of different kidnappers and killers. We will soon see which court gets the next look at this case on the appellate level. In the meantime, 62-year-old Gary Thibodeau continues to serve his sentence in Dannemora, still 4 years away from his first shot at parole. Well, several of you have commented on the blog about the decision in the Heidi Allen case. One of you posted this: "This is wrong on so many levels. It is more than obvious that this man should be free." Another wrote, "He will probably die in jail because they can't admit they were wrong." Read Matt's memo on CNYCentral.com. As always, thank you for the interaction. We're working on more stories for you tonight on NBC-3 News at 6.
I didn't see anybody bring forth, evidence of them being a suspect.
It's the first time tonight we're hearing from the sister of Heidi Allen since a judge ruled Gary Thibodeau would not get a new trial. Tonight, what she thinks about the decision.
Concerns still running high over elevated levels of lead in some Ithaca city schools. Tonight, we reveal the startling new test results from the health department as we break down what it could mean for your kids. That's next at 6.
Tired of driving an undependable vehicle? Buy with confidence at Summit. Our factory-certified used vehicles come with a comprehensive inspection, Carfax report, and factory-backed warranties. Summit, reaching new heights in customer satisfaction at summitcars.com.
It's the Irish Bargain Party at O'Duncan O'Bright with our lowest prices of the year, plus our 19-for-1 sale. Just purchase a Serta mattress set for $7.99 or more, and you get all this only at the mattress shop at O'Duncan O'Bright.
With thousands of quality pre-owned vehicles and exceptional customer service, head to your neighborhood Enterprise car sales and let the people who buy more vehicles than anyone flip your thinking about buying your next one.
You know, you paid too much for those glasses.
Who?
You. You paid too much. Practically everyone overcharges, except for America's Best.
Who?
America's Best. They give everyone a deal. In fact, you can get 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for just $69.95.
2?
2.
2.
2.
Who?
Stop it. 2 pairs and a free exam for $69.95. It's not just a better deal, it's America's Best.
Come shop the Outlet inside the used car and truck warehouse at Drivers Village. You'll find Outlet cars dependable, safe, and fully inspected, but they may have minor imperfections. That's why they're corner lot price for less than our finest pre-owned vehicles. The Outlet offers special credit need financing for every vehicle. You could drive one home today. Shop the Outlet inside the used car and truck warehouse at Drivers Village. See them all at dvus.com.
Maureen was driving to work on 81. She slowed down. The truck behind her didn't. And this is her very first dealing with a big insurance company.
And they seemed so nice. Till now, when they denied her claim.
Deny and delay, big insurance company's #1 negotiating tool.
Injured? Call Joe, because Joe knows what to do next. Call Joe at 1-800-608-3333. Stanley Law.
Don't be bullied.
Having trouble getting a car loan? At Summit Car and Truck Center, we guarantee your credit approval in 15 minutes or less. Call 689-3971, 689-3971, or apply online at summitcars.com, reaching new heights in customer satisfaction.
In your Money Matters tonight, actually driving a car that may be a thing of the past. Not quite, but many companies are experimenting with these driverless cars, like Google. What do consumers think about the possibility of riding driverless? According to a recent study by AAA, some 75% of drivers say they'd be afraid to be driven by an autonomous vehicle. 61% of the respondents did say they would want access to at least some kind of self-driving feature, such as self-parking. That's the part I'd like to give up if I never had to park. From self-driving cars to self-cleaning toilets, that's what Boeing says it's developing for passenger jets. The company says its technology would use UV light, which kills more than 99% of the germs. The entire lavatory would be illuminated for 3 seconds after being used. The technology would use a type of UV light that's not harmful to people. Boeing says the project is still in the testing phase.
Now we just need to make this for homes, right?
That would be great.
All right, well, Ford could possibly recall hundreds of thousands thousands of Ford F-150s due to complaints that the brakes can fail on the 2013 and 2014